I'm joined by Vol wide receiver Jalin Hyatt, such a key and star player of all the success that the Vols had this season. Jalin, why don't you first tell us a little bit about the event that you're hosting for all the Vol families here?
You know, we just wanted to get together, the Hyatt and, my team as far as a partnership and give back to the families and the players' families as far as what everything they have done for us, just for this season. And we did it here just for the bowl game, for Orange Bowl, and so far we're all enjoying it.
All right, the World of Hyatt event happening down here in Miami. Now, Jalin, I got to ask you about the season because you had such a fantastic one. Let's start with this. Last year you talked a lot about in the offseason about how you didn't have the season that you wanted last year, but this year you had such a successful year, Blidnikoff Award winner, All-American. How fulfilling was that for you to achieve everything that you set out to do?
Yeah, those are the goals that, I had placed as far as before the season. I knew what I had to get better on, and just, through the off season, just, trying to work every day, trying to get better every day. And not only that, just with the support staff that I have, it was just destined. And just with the players that we had in that locker room, the leaders like Hooker, and we just, they led the way, and I just followed.
How much work did you put in this offseason? We heard from wide receivers coach Kelsey Pope throughout the year about how you would go catch 1,000 balls out there, and you'd really put in the work because you wanted to be that good. Really take us into how much work you put in to be as good as you were this past year.
Yeah, just during the summer, I didn't go home. I didn't see family during the summer. I stayed up in Knoxville, Tennessee, and, stayed in the facility and, just worked every day. And not only that, just, staying on the judge consistently, making sure that I'm always getting catches and contested catches. And because those are things that, it's going to take for the SEC to play, high level. But those are things I did, and, so far everything played out.
I know you're resting up right now because you're getting ready for that NFL draft. You're not going to be playing in the Orange Bowl tonight. Tell us about the preparations that are going to be coming up for you as you get ready for the draft.
So, I'll be training in Arizona. I start after this week after today, and, everything as far as training, getting ready for the 40, getting ready for routes, and getting ready for the Combine, Pro Day, and, just a lot of stuff that goes with that draft process. And, my team's ready, I'm ready, and we can't ready to do it.
All right, you're going to be watching a game, from the sidelines for the first time in a long time, watching the Vols. How do you think you'll react when you're watching your team play out there on the field today?
Yeah, I'll try to be a coach, on the sideline, because I'll know the plays that they're calling. I'll know who did good or, who messed up. But not only that, just seeing the team, seeing the players, I can't wait to, actually spectate it and, see, and as far as what we do on, on the field, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
What would you say your favorite part of being part of the Tennessee football program was?
I would say the brotherhood. Just being in that locker room, the guys that's in that locker room. We build a brotherhood, and not only that, just everybody has diversity in that room, and just how as far as what we did in that room, as far as what we did this year, just speaks volume of what team we have there and the brotherhood that we did.
Awesome. Appreciate it. That is Jalin Hyatt, the star wide receiver of the Tennessee football team this past year. Blidnikoff Award winner, All-American. Fantastic season, man. Appreciate you joining us. We'll send things back to you on the studio.